Not long enough guys, we were talking about skills, I showed you the full list of skills. In this video, I want to talk about skills once again, but this time about skills with a tricky description. For example, Shrink spell, it says that attack has a chance to shrink enemies, but what it actually does besides making enemies small? Let's find out, and beside it, let me explain to you what is counterattack and combo. Combo lets you to attack one more time, but only base attack, means with your main weapon, with a chance to trigger for example sword chi, of course if you have it. Here the first base attack and the second with the sword chi. Counter attack you can do when you're attacked. There is also a chance to trigger one of these skills, of course if you have them. Enemy is attacking me and I counter attack it with the sword chi. Shrink, besides making enemies small, will reduce their damage. Here you can see that big boy did 18 and 6k damage, while small not even 3000. The damage done to shrink enemies will be the same. Let's take for example base attack damage. To normal enemy I did 60,000. And as you can see, the same damage is done to shrink enemy. Rage Proficiency will increase rage attack damage, it's a good part, but after doing a few rage attacks, it can lower it. So be careful when you choose this skill, especially if you have long fights. Here you can see that after the first rage attack, the damage was lower and lower. I believe it can be lowered to 50%, not more. The next skill is quite understandable, but I'm not sure that all of you understand what they mean by hit skills. Maybe you just started playing a few days ago. Berserker is probably the most not understandable skill. I highly recommend you to avoid it because it increases only base attack damage, means your main weapon damage, while skills damage including rage damage, surprisingly for me, will be reduced. Here you can see with Berserker, base attack damage is higher, but for example sword chi damage is lower. As I said, even rage damage is reduced, so better to avoid this skill. Probably all of you understand what Smelly does, however, I decided to explain it, just in case. All daggers will become smelly, but without effects, for example poison. It's downside, but Smelly will do higher damage. In skills like Burning Proficiency, it is said that damage reduced, but damage to enemies or to you? The damage will reduce to enemies, and literally all damage. Skill, pet, rage and base attack damage. For example, you can see that elephant is doing lower damage, or fire damage is lower, so try to have less skills that reduce damage. Thunderstorm, what it does? Normally, one lightning does 1 damage, but if you have Thunderstorm, then you can do additional damage. Here you can see with Thunderstorm, a lightning does 2 damages. Rage combo, as Burning Proficiency will reduce all damage done to enemies. So again, be careful by choosing such skills, don't choose a lot. In the last skill, it is said that Lightning Spear becomes Magic Spear, greatly increasing damage. But damage of the spear, or maybe all damage? Unfortunately, only the damage of the spear. That's all about skills guys, you may not understand how they work. If you still have some questions, then be free to ask me in comments. Subscribe my channel, and would be great if you will like this video, because it helps me to make a better content for you.